Welcome to our channel, coin enthusiasts and collectors. Today, we dive into the fascinating world of US coin collecting, focusing on some of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the market. From the iconic Kennedy half dollar to the Lincoln Memorial 1 cent, the Monticello Jefferson Nickel, and rare quarter dollars, we'll explore coins that can command impressive prices in auctions and private sales. These coins are treasured not just for their monetary value but also for their rich history, unique design features, and scarcity in the collector community. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a beginner looking to understand what makes a coin rare and valuable, this video will provide insights that could help you spot high-value coins and make informed decisions. So let's get started. First up, the United States Monticello Jefferson Nickel from 1962 with no mint mark. At first glance, this coin may look ordinary, especially when found in a brown or heavily toned condition, but hidden behind its worn appearance is a story of history, rarity in certain grades, and real auction market value in dollars. Many of these nickels are still sitting in old jars, drawers, and inherited collections, and some examples have sold for impressive prices when the right condition and features come together. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. By 1992, the coin was being produced during a time when the U.S. Mint focused heavily on circulating coinage for everyday use. The 1962 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use mint marks during this period. Millions were produced, but most entered circulation immediately, where they were used heavily in daily commerce. Over decades, this circulation caused wear, discoloration, and toning, giving many surviving coins a brown or darkened appearance today. The 1962 Jefferson nickel features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson with the word Liberty and the year 1962 clearly visible. The reverse displays Monticello, Jefferson's historic home, along with the inscriptions E Pluribus Unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. The absence of a mint mark confirms its Philadelphia origin. While nickels do not naturally turn brown like copper coins, long-term circulation, environmental exposure, and storage conditions can cause dark toning, staining, or surface changes that collectors sometimes describe as brown condition. The 1962 no mint mark Jefferson nickel is not rare in circulated grades. It becomes far more desirable in specific conditions. Coins that show sharp details, minimal wear, strong strikes, or unusual toning attract serious collector interest. High-grade uncirculated examples, especially those certified by professional grading services, are significantly rarer than circulated ones. Error varieties, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors, further increase demand. Because most coins were used heavily, finding a clean, well-preserved specimen today is far more difficult than many people realize. The 1962 Jefferson nickel usually sells for modest amounts, often just above face value. However, the story changes dramatically for coins in higher grades. Uncirculated examples can sell for several dollars, while top-grade certified coins have reached prices ranging from $203,000 at auction. Exceptional specimens with strong luster, unique toning, or rare minting errors have been known to bring even higher prices. Auction records clearly show that collectors are willing to pay big money for quality examples of this seemingly common nickel. Collectors should carefully examine any 1962 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark for surface quality, strike sharpness, and overall eye appeal. Cleaning should always be avoided, as it can severely reduce value. Using a magnifying glass to look for errors or unusual features can be very rewarding. Storing coins in proper holders or albums helps preserve their condition and potential value. If a coin appears unusually well-preserved or unique, professional grading can significantly increase its market appeal and auction price. The 1962 Monticello Jefferson nickel with no mint mark proves that even everyday coins can hold surprising value. While many examples remain common, the right combination of condition, rarity, and collector demand can turn this modest 5-cent piece into a valuable collectible worth serious money in dollars. Whether found in circulation, inherited from a family collection, or purchased at auction, this coin continues to capture the attention of collectors who know that hidden treasures often come from the most unexpected places. Next up, the United States Bar quarter dollar with the P mint mark, struck in a copper-nickel composition and sometimes casually referred to as a nickel because of its silvery color. Many people overlook this coin, especially when it appears dirty or heavily toned, but experienced collectors know that even a circulated or dirty example can tell an important story. In this episode, we will explore why the P quarter has captured collector attention, how certain examples become rare, and how the auction market has rewarded the right coin with surprisingly strong dollar values. The EO/P Washington quarter was produced at the Philadelphia Mint during a period of economic uncertainty in the United States. Inflation pressures in the late 1970s and early 1980s had already forced changes in U.S. coinage, most notably the move away from silver to copper-nickel-clad compositions. By 1982, the Washington quarter was firmly established as a clad coin made of an outer layer of copper-nickel bonded to a pure copper core. The Philadelphia Mint, identified by the P Mint mark, played a major role in supplying quarters for everyday commerce. While millions were struck, the year is notable because mint quality varied, and certain coins left the mint with weak strikes, surface issues, or minting anomalies that later became significant to collectors. The EO/P quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan. On well-preserved examples, fine details such as Washington's hair curls, the sharp outline of the ear, and the clear lettering of Liberty stand out. In dirty or heavily circulated coins, these details may be obscured by grime, oxidation, or environmental buildup, yet the underlying design remains important for attribution. The reverse displays the heraldic eagle with spread wings, clutching arrows and olive branches, symbolizing strength and peace. What makes some EO/P quarters unique is not just the design, but subtle features such as die wear, planchet issues, off-center strikes, or unusual toning patterns that developed over decades of circulation. These characteristics can transform an ordinary coin into a standout collectible. The EO/P quarter may not seem rare because it was produced in large numbers. However, true rarity in modern coins often comes from condition, varieties, and errors rather than low mintage alone. Collectors actively search for examples with striking errors, double die characteristics, or unusual mint defects. Even coins described as dirty condition can attract high demand if the dirt masks an underlying mint error or if the coin remains uncleaned and original. Many serious collectors prefer untouched coins because cleaning can permanently damage surfaces and destroy value. As a result, original, unaltered EO/P quarters, especially those with identifiable anomalies, have gained respect and strong demand within the numismatic community. In the general market, a typical circulated EO/P quarter in dirty condition may only be worth face value. However, the story changes dramatically when rarity factors come into play. Coins with confirmed mint errors, dramatic off-center strikes, or notable die varieties have sold at auction for $304,000, depending on severity and appeal. Auction houses and online bidding platforms have shown that collectors are willing to compete aggressively for unusual EO/P quarters, particularly when professional grading services authenticate the coin. The market value is driven not by age alone, but by uniqueness, originality, and collector excitement. For collection through pocket change or old coin jars, patience and careful observation are key. A dirty appearance should not discourage closer inspection, as grime can sometimes protect surfaces rather than harm them. It is important to avoid cleaning coins, since cleaning can strip away original surfaces and significantly reduce value. Using proper lighting and magnification can help reveal strike details, doubling, or other anomalies. Submitting potentially rare examples to a reputable grading service can provide authentication and increase market confidence. Learning to recognize genuine errors versus post-mint damage is also essential for long-term success in collecting. The United States EO/P quarter dollar proves that modern coins, even those found in dirty conditions, can hold hidden value and exciting potential. While many examples remain common, select coins stand out because of mint errors, unique features, and original surfaces that collectors prize. As auction records continue to grow and interest in modern U.S. coinage expands, the EO/P quarter has earned its place as a coin worth a second look. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just starting your journey, this humble quarter reminds us that history, rarity, and value can sometimes be found right in our own hands. Next up, the United States Kennedy half-dollar dated 1971 with no mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At first glance, this coin may look like an ordinary circulated half-dollar, something many people have seen or even spent without a second thought. But behind this coin lies an important transition in American coinage history, and in certain conditions and varieties, it has captured serious attention at auctions, selling for impressive amounts in dollars. Stay with us as we uncover why the 1971 no mint mark Kennedy half-dollar can be far more valuable than it appears. The Kennedy half-dollar was introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy followed his assassination in 1967. Early issues were struck in 90% silver, making them immediately popular with both collectors and the general public. By 1971, however, the story had changed dramatically. The year 1971 marked the first time Kennedy half-dollars were struck entirely without any silver content, using a copper-nickel clad composition instead. The Philadelphia Mint produced these coins without a mint mark, continuing a long tradition for that facility. This period represents a major shift in U.S. coinage, as rising silver prices forced the government to move away from precious metals. As a result, the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar stands as a symbol of change, bridging the gap between the silver era and modern circulating coinage. The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar features a left-facing portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. The word Liberty arcs along the top edge, while "In God We Trust" appears just below Kennedy's chin, and the date 1971 is clearly displayed at the bottom. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, showcases the presidential seal with a heraldic eagle holding arrows and an olive branch, surrounded by stars and the inscription United States of America and half-dollar. What makes the 1971 no mint mark issue especially interesting are subtle details such as strong or weak strikes, die polishing lines, double die features, and off-center strikes. In circulated condition, most coins show wear on Kennedy's hair and jawline, as well as softness in the eagle's feathers, but certain examples still retain sharp details that elevate their desirability. While millions of 1971 no mint mark Kennedy half-dollars were produced, true rarity comes into play when collectors focus on condition, eye appeal, and mint errors. Circulated examples are common, but coins with unusual errors, exceptional strikes, or scarce die varieties are far harder to find. Collectors actively search for double die inverses, clipped planchets, broad strikes, and coins struck on the wrong planchet. In addition, high-grade examples that survived circulation with minimal wear are increasingly difficult to locate today. This selective scarcity has created strong demand among collectors who want a complete Kennedy half-dollar set or who specialize in transitional U.S. coinage. As a result, competition at auctions can be intense when a standout 1971 Philadelphia issue appears on the market, in typical circulated condition. A standard 1971 Kennedy half-dollar without notable errors usually sells for a modest amount, often ranging from a few dollars to slightly more depending on condition. However, the real excitement begins when rare characteristics are present. Certified high-grade examples in mint state levels, especially those graded MS-66 or higher, have sold at auction for $405,000. Error coins from 1971, even in circulated condition, can command strong premiums, with prices ranging from $304,000 depending on the type and severity of the error. Auction records clearly show that collectors are willing to pay big money when rarity, condition, and historical importance come together in one coin. If you own a 1971 Kennedy half-dollar with no mint mark, take time to examine it closely under good lighting and magnification. Look for doubling in the lettering or date, unusual shapes along the edge, or signs that the coin may have been struck off-center or on an incorrect planchet. Even circulated coins can hold significant value if they display genuine mint errors. It is also wise to have promising examples authenticated and graded by a reputable third-party grading service, as certification greatly increases buyer confidence and auction potential. Finally, stay informed by following recent auction results and collector forums, as market interest in Kennedy half-dollars continues to evolve. The United States Kennedy half-dollar from 1971 with no mint mark may seem like a simple circulated coin, but its place in American history and its potential for hidden rarity make it an exciting piece for collectors. As the first fully clad Kennedy half-dollar, it represents a turning point in U.S. coinage, and in the right condition or with the right error, it can be worth far more than face value. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just beginning your collecting journey, this coin is a powerful reminder that even everyday change can sometimes turn into a valuable treasure. So check your collections, keep searching, and you might just discover a 1971 Kennedy half-dollar that's worth big money in dollars. Next up, the Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin from United States, specifically the D-mint mark variety. While many may overlook this coin due to its seemingly common circulation status, today we will explore why this particular coin, even in worn condition, can be of significant interest to collectors and why it commands attention in the auction market. If you are passionate about coins or just curious about the hidden value in your pocket change, this video is a must-watch. The Lincoln Memorial Cent was first introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, replacing the classic wheat penny design that had been in circulation since 1909. The reverse side of the coin features the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., designed by Frank Gasparo. The 1970 issue was part of the regular circulating series, minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins with the D Mint mark were struck at the Denver Mint and are sometimes distinguished by subtle variations in strike quality, metal composition, and minting errors. Although mass-produced, certain years and mint mark combinations have become particularly interesting to collectors over time due to scarcity in higher grades or unique anomalies. The 1970 Lincoln Memorial cent has several notable characteristics. The obverse features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, originally designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, with intricate details of the building's columns and steps, as well as a tiny depiction of Lincoln himself seated inside the memorial when viewed under magnification. For collectors, subtle variations such as double dies, small minting errors, or unusually strong strikes can greatly enhance a coin's desirability. Even in worn condition, the coin maintains its historic charm and serves as a tangible connection to American history. The patina and natural wear on a circulated coin often tell a story of its decades-long journey through hands, pockets, and cash registers, while the 1970 Lincoln Memorial cent was minted in millions. Finding specimens that display unique characteristics or have survived in relatively good condition is increasingly difficult. Coins in worn condition are more common, but rarity emerges when collectors search for subtle differences such as double dies, repunched mint marks, or other minor anomalies that make certain examples more valuable. Demand remains high because Lincoln cents hold a nostalgic and historical appeal. Numismatists, especially those completing date and mint mark collections, often seek out these 1970 coins to fill in gaps, making even worn examples desirable in the right market. In the current auction market, a standard 1970 Lincoln Memorial cent in heavily worn condition may not fetch an extraordinary price, typically ranging from $506,000 or more depending on rarity and demand. Exceptional specimens, even lightly circulated examples with sharp details, can reach premium prices, particularly if authenticated and graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC. This dynamic illustrates that careful inspection and knowledge of unique features can turn an otherwise ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collectible. For collectors interested in Lincoln cents, especially the 1970 mint mark, attention to detail is paramount. Examine coins under magnification to identify double dies, repunched mint marks, or unusual wear patterns. Understanding grading criteria and consulting professional grading services can protect your investment and help you accurately assess value. Additionally, exploring estate sales, coin shows, and online auctions can reveal hidden gems that may not be obvious in everyday circulation. Patience and research are essential, as even common coins can sometimes reveal rare traits that significantly increase their market value. The 1970 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin, even in worn condition, offers more than just monetary value. It is a piece of American history, a reflection of the craftsmanship of its era, and a gateway into the fascinating world of coin collecting. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a beginner just discovering the joy of numismatics, understanding the history, unique features, and market potential of coins like the 1970 Lincoln cent can enrich your collection and appreciation for these small yet historically significant treasures. Always remember, in coin collecting, patience and careful observation can turn even the most ordinary coin into a prized possession. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed learning about the 1970 Lincoln Memorial cent and its unique place in coin collecting history. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our deep dives into rare and valuable coins.